Nearly 180 people have been ordered to leave their homes around Los Angeles as 5 fires preserved a burn 2 of them absolutely uncontained. Oh, observe this. Let's see what that is. This whole community just YOLO. Law is actually on fireplace. I'm driving domestic cuz somebody stated the Hollywood Hills have been on fire, and you can actually see the friggin' fireplace within the Hollywood Hills. Los Angeles is burning. However, is all of it just a natural catastrophe, or ought to it something more? Sinister the Oprah now commands over 0 acres, however. Right here's the twist. Amidst a real property surge, a unexpected fire occurs, destroying homes nearby. However, leaving her vast terrains unscathed, a neighborhood pilot claims he noticed suspicious activity near the fire start line. Could a person be at the back of it? And he says, I can tell you what passed off. I noticed this fireplace, well, it become very small on the pinnacle of the hill. And I said, how small? He basically opened his arms up, recognized maybe the scale of a small Christmas tree. He says about that large. A few consider those fires are a part of a larger cover-up. Regarding Hollywood elite's jewelry and buried proof, what secrets and techniques are being hidden inside the ashes? And how deep does this conspiracy move? Wildfires are not anything new to California, however, this time. It's exclusive, the timing, the unusual eyewitness deaths, and the overpowering questions have sparked a wildfire of conspiracies online. May one of these fires be more than just environmental catastrophes? A few declare they're deliberate attempts to burn evidence of crimes tied to Hollywood's darkest secrets. First factor that got here to mind, after that he said arson. He's like, there is no one trekking at 535 on that finger trail. There is no energy strains. There are strength traces in Running Canyon. However, to the north, and he said that needs to be deliberate, from claims of peace document rings to land grabs and satanic cults. Nowadays, we're unraveling the fiery allegations surrounding Hollywood's elite, but first, let's have a look at why human beings are thinking the very origins of these fires. In Los Angeles County, round 179000783, citizens had been ordered to evacuate, many pressured to leave their houses with just the belongings they could convey. Another 200 human beings have been on evacuation warnings, meaning they will be advised to depart at any moment. Authorities stated that at the least 5 humans have been determined dead close to the Eaton hearth, although the exact reason in their deaths hasn't been determined yet. Los Angeles County Sheriff Robert Luna warned that the demise toll could rise as more investigations take place inside the affected areas, describing them as looking like a bomb changed into dropped to dive. Many people have died under dropped to dive. And to the growing conspiracy theories about these fires, we have to begin with the tweets that lit up social media. Claims that the fires had been intentionally started to cover up proof. One online response reads, "This fireplace become deliberate, and all the problems they're now dealing with became considered to conceal proof of rings of Hollywood watch." Ali Carter, a self-proclaimed TF Ficking survivor, has linked the accused Hollywood of heinous crimes, and our supporters agree with these. Fires are but another try to. Silence voices like hers, in step with her, Diddy is not just guilty of beside-the-point conduct, she says. He is related to a hidden community regarding some of Hollywood's most effective names. Carter says she's a sufferer of Diddy and has shared surprising depths of her time at his events where guests were supposedly endorsed to have interaction and jaw-losing activities for context. Ali Carter has been making waves by speaking out approximately what she calls the dark side of Diddy's way of life, and she or he's not retaining again. She claims Diddy isn't always just responsible of beside-the-point behavior. She says he's linked to a hidden community concerning some of Hollywood's maximum powerful names. Carter says she's a sufferer of Diddy and has shared shocking accounts of her time at his parties, wherein guests have been supposedly advocated to engage in jaw-losing sports anyway. Return to the LA fires. Is this just online hysteria, or should there be something extra in the back of the coincidental timing of those fires, and what approximately the claims of planned arson eyewitness? Bills are portray a good, darker photo. A neighborhood who flew over the fireplace starting place claims he saw something suspicious. And he said, well, I can let you know what passed off. I noticed this hearth, while it turned into very small at the top of the hill. And I said, small? He basically opened his palms up, maybe the dimensions of a small Christmas tree, and he said approximately. That huge first aspect that came to thoughts after that, he stated arson. He is like, there's no person hiking at 535 on that finger trail, and there may be no strength traces. There are power lines in Runan Canyon, but they are to the north. And he says that has to be deliberate. This aligns with different reports of figures seen near the starting factors of fires. The fires are arson. The Hollywood Hills fires are being intentionally set. Bottom proper corner, tiny figures seen taking pictures. Something probable, a flare before a fireball is visible inside the area. Before the video ends, one individual wrote, "May want to this be evidence of intentional arson." What is greater, a viral clip shared online shows what appears to be a fireball explosion in a field, raising even extra questions on the fireplace's origins. However, why might Hollywood elites allegedly begin these combat? Conspiracy theorists point to recent revelations about TF Viking rings, regarding effective people with celebrities below increasing scrutiny. Some believe those fires are a calculated move to break proof earlier than investigators get too near. But the accusations do not prevent TF Viking. Some declare those fires are part of a larger satanic agenda, one designed to consolidate electricity and erase any hint of wrongdoing. One user wrote, "Corrupt Hollywood politicians are taking bribes from these cults in Hollywood, which can be walking STF-ecking jewelry. These fires have been planned and the whole thing changed into installed vicinity before the fires so they might rob you, take your kids, and scam you." Whilst those theories sound a ways fetched to a few others, argue there is an excessive amount of smoke for there no longer to be hearth literally. Critics point to a records of hearth-affected land being obtained by rich builders. One character commented on this, saying, "Awaken, pay attention. These Hollywood celebrities, which are part of the Satan worship staff Hicking, are starting these fires and shopping for up land and getting extra strength and greater kids hidden and offered these fires. All have similar styles." However, could these fires be a strategic circulette to drive out residents and clear the manor for gentrification? Some conspiracy theorists consider those fires are a way for the elite to consolidate land and power below the guise of natural disaster restoration. For instance, we've got the Maui fires. You see, numerous TikTokers have pointed fingers at billionaires like Winfrey, allegedly attributing the fires to supposed scheme aimed toward obtaining precious Maui land from indigenous communities. For context, 2 years in the past, a massive wildfire swept through LA, leaving devastation in its wake. It appeared like Oprah noticed an opportunity to turn it into a PR second. With the awesome 1,000 acres of land on Maui and her famous island-hopping live stream, she became essentially the queen of the celeb scene there. At the time, she turned into caught on Digicam comforting evacuees at a safe haven, and the entire world got to look her compassionate aspect. However, that wasn't the give-up of it that Sunday she confirmed up at any other evacuation center, together with her very own CBS digital camera team in tow reports. Later revealed that she and her crew became away sparking a media frenzy. The county of Maui in the end chimed in on Facebook, giving her credit score for respecting their no digital camera policy. Some people praised her for her type-hearted visit, but now not anybody offered it. The remark segment became a battleground, with oldsters accusing her of hogging the highlight once more. It felt like she turned into seeking the famous person in her own fact show. And allow me let you know the audience had plenty to say. Approximately, is she needs to stay domestic? Turning healing into a media frenzy is not helping everyone. Billionaires looking for media interest is gross. You are all just satisfactory. Along with her shopping for up the land and turning healing right into a circus. One fan wrote, "This is funny. She burns down Hawaii, after which is going to assist out, I sense, like all of the contractors inside the location have to come together and construct. A lot of these humans new homes before the wealthy take their land." A Twad fan introduced following this comment. Oprah Winfrey's massive belongings in Maui has triggered online speculations approximately whether or no longer they had been impacted due to the wildfire at the island. Oprah has bought over a few thousand acres of land and has even been a Biomentai Elementine resident of the island among multiple homes. At the island, a few top-notch ones encompass 2,000 acres of farmland on the aspect of Halaka, a dormant volcano at a height of 4,000 toes, and a private ranch, then there are the 870 acres of agricultural land spread across Kula part of Up USA. To the western, dealing with slopes of Halaka, all of the Manor to Makawa, and Kano as for Maui now. She sold the closing one for a whopping $6.6 million in February 2023, which brought to her existing houses in Kula and Hana in Mild of this Revelation 1 Twitter journalist, with the aid of the name Nicholas Venan, shared his speculation on how Oprah's large property control to continue to exist. The catastrophe comes throughout, destroys many houses near where she sold, and her locations and her acres stay really untouched. Consistent with Weenan Oprah and her fellow elites are allegedly seeking to push their selfish agendas of amassing power, land by using anybody believe that there may be a weather emergency taking region they are seeking to unfold, worry making us trust that we've a weather emergency. Men that is not anything but them burying us in guidelines. What is extra, the journalists related the modern fire to one that happened in 2017, claiming that this is not mere coincidence. Let me take you. Returned to 2017, there has been this big deadly wildfire tearing through Monteo, destroying homes and leaving devastation anywhere, but by some means, almost like magic, Oprah's highly priced mansion emerged completely unscathed, not even a scratch. And after that, Oprah did not waste any time. She went on a real property buying spree, expanding her Monaco estate to a jaw-dropping 70 acres. Communicate approximately. Leveling up, but right here's in which things get even greater. Interesting fanatics started humming approximately how, astounding it turned into, that her assets survived while so many others had been misplaced significantly. May want to the stars have aligned any higher for her. And the plot thickens, right? After the hearth, Oprah's surprising obsession with snapping up extra land had human beings elevating eyebrows. It is like she saw the flames as a golden possibility to enlarge her empire. Handy timing, right? Some are even calling it strategic maneuvering. One fan threw essential coloration through commenting, "It is not climate fires, they may be direct power guns." Then another fan went full detective mode, posting a screenshot of unverified data that they may be treating like a smoking gun, and guess what? It indexed the names of Hollywood's largest power players, oldsters, with bank accounts that would purchase small country, where speak me Bill Gates, Will Smith, Jeff Bezos, Morgan Freeman, Lady Gaga, and Julia Roberts, just to call a few. And what did all of them supposedly have in common? Their properties. Just like Oprah's somehow get away the hearth without a scratch, it's where giving human beings wondering if there's a few kind of secret fireproof membership for Hollywood's elite. Meanwhile, a writer took matters even further, trying to connect dots between a Hawaiian senator and those A-listers. Hawaii Senator Brian Schatz can't even hide his smirk as Maui burned. He's seeing dollar signs for huge Democrat donors. Oprah, Zuckerberg, other billionaires who will scoop up the land and scouse borrow it from local-born Hawaiians. He tweeted in reference to this interview, "Senator, it is extremely good to have you under lousy instances. And like I said to Senator Hano, final night, all and sundry inside the U.S. I've talked to and seen is thinking about folks in Hawaii and pulling for you. And I do not know about you, but that smirk on the senator's face is difficult to overlook." Anyway, the author went on to feature, Maui is being looted via billionaires. The fire, do not ask who began. It's going to cause one among the biggest land grabs in history. In her personal way, Oprah did manipulate to assist a number of the hearth sufferers. Again, in August 10th, 2023, she became filmed handing out resources on the War Memorial Stadium in Maui. Inside the clip, she stated that rebuilding the island going to be a long and hard process. She shared that she had frolicked on the shelters in Maui, wherein she met so many superb humans, along with a man named Julius. He acknowledged his harrowing escape from the fires. I requested Julius what he wished Oprah recalled his legs had been included in bandages from walking to get away the fireplace. He told me he ought to feel his skin popping as he ran. He had to abandon his car because the tires were melting and just commenced walking. She persevered and